आपको समझ गए? अभी आप इंटरप्रिटेशन बोलो। बोलो। एक्सट्रीमली सैड, राइट राइट। वीपिंग से वीपिंग बढ़ रहा है, बराबर, करेक्ट। और क्या है? शी इज ट्राइंग टू कंट्रोल वीपिंग, लेकिन कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा है। बट हर ट्राई इज देयर, समटाइम्स शी इज सक्सेसफुल। व्हाट इज मोर? व्हाट इज मोर? She wants to drink water, yes. Fear causing? May be there, because this will be interpretation. Yes, what is more? This is true weeping. So there is two major types of weeping: fake weeping and true weeping. The third one is a concealed weeping. Concealed. The fourth one is weeping with mouth covered. The meaning of each one is different. I have given almost 8 to 10 rubrics about weeping, newly prepared by me. But weeping is a major issue in consulting practice. And you must know how to handle weeping. Weeping can be loud. Weeping can be exhibitive, or it can be low. It can be fake, pretending. It can be true. Weeping with insult is understood very well. If you closely observe, there are two expressions this weeping lady gives. First, it is a true weeping. It is associated with sadness. It is also associated with helplessness. You understand this? I will go at the back, and why I will tell you why I want to go with this. I am sitting directly face to face with her. She is not looking at me. You understand? This is very important, because looking at face to face usually shows that you are actively engaged. Your activity is to the point. You have not gone away from your objective, and you are oriented. When in the weeping you go away from, it means you are becoming more deviant. You understand what I want to tell you? Deviant. In disease process, in intensity. It means that now it is difficult for you to mobilize your own resources. Because the more you are with yourself, you can use yourself. The more you are not in time, you are not in space, you are not with yourself, you don't want to face, it means that it is difficult for you to mobilize your forces of immunity, psychological and immunological, to deal with the situation. And this is the reason, because when a person loses the hope, when there is a despair, when there is a hopelessness, when there is a pessimism, when there is an exaggerated sadness, the eye-to-eye contact is severely hampered. This is a lip compression. What is this? Lip compression. Lip compression, I cannot express it further. This is intolerable for me. So I compress my lips. And lips are the greatest communicators of our human being. Face expression, appearance, distress, frighten. See now the fright. See the expression of the fright. I have some more clips from Jacques Thibault. What is this? You have to tell me the face. Very stoic. Further, blank. Yes, very good. So it is a blank face. But in addition to the blank face, there is something more.
Despair.
Despair. Yes, correct. Why you say this? Eyes are not only downward, they are lusterless. In life, the eyes are bright because with the eyes we associated ourselves with the world. So our activity pattern is always involved in the eyes in terms of its brightness, because this brightness is itself an indication of vigor of our life force. So when a person becomes depressed, despair, he loses the luster, and therefore eyes gives you that sense of depression. This you are able to see here. So the face is blind, but this blank face is because the emotions are blunted because of chronic depression. Now this gives a strong message: do not disturb me. Indifference, depression, schizophrenia, Parkinsonism. Parkinsonism is well known for blank face. And you know, anti-Parkinson's remedies in allopathy also cause indifference. So we have the rubric: expression, appearance, vacant. Now it is very important to see here there is a very interesting remedy, that is measurium. Measurium and measurableness go together. How to understand now? Measurium and measurableness. When a person has become extremely miserable due to agonies of life, and when the life is a painful struggle, measurium is a drug of choice. You know, measurium is one of the remedies of herpes zoster. The concept is pain. No? In herpes zoster, there is a very severe pain. No? Patient cannot tolerate pain. And what is characteristic? Touch aggravation. Even slightest touch aggravates the pain, and it becomes extremely painful. And patient literally becomes miserable. Now you just expand the concept from nerve to the life. Then it is measurium. Here there is one remedy which is anacardium. Now anacardium vacant is due to cruelty, because when a person becomes cruel, it is as if his animal instinct is on the surface. So he loses the human face and he just shows you a very cruel animal's face. So cruelty is at the base of anacardium. You see, the rubric is this one, but the remedies are different with their understanding. Let us take for example here belladonna. Now belladonna vacant face is of two types. One, actual meningitis or encephalitis, where the patient is in his own state, where patient is not able to show because of brain involvement any expression on the face. So this is a pathological one, structural one. The other one is patient of belladonna is extremely angry person, because belladonna comes from the Solanaceae family. Or Solanaceae family, Solanum niger or belladonna, hyoscyamus, These are the remedies of strong personalities. These are the remedies which are very aggressive, and they can go for anger to the level of violent anger or furiousness or rage. Now when they become rage, when they become extremely violent in anger, they loses their natural face. And then while expressing the anger, once the anger is expressed through dilatation of you see pupils and other features, then they become blank. Let us take for example, if you go in the same line, there is a camphor. You know, camphor is one of the remedies of psychosis, schizophrenia. Camphor is a very, very important, deep acting mental remedy, and it is unfortunately not being studied very well. I have 3-4 cases of schizophrenia improving under camphor. Now here the face is vacant because the system has become schizophrenic. The mind is unable to understand its relationship, its association with the external world. Let us go further, you will find there is a coculus. Now coculus, you know, is basically a remedy of, you know, motion sickness. So someone is in the motion, you are in a car is moving, and you suffer from nausea and vomiting and vertigo. Now what exactly is this? Your system, your brain, your mind, your whole body cannot adjust with the speed, and that is the life of coculus. I cannot adjust myself with the speed of life. For a person like me who has come from Satara, well, the dynamic tempo of life is too slow. It is difficult for me in Mumbai to adjust with the speed of Mumbai. The same thing happens when someone after marriage comes at Satara from Mumbai. For a lady, Mumbai and Satara are so different, like two planets. So it is difficult for a lady from Mumbai to tolerate the slow speed of Satara. A patient comes from a village. Now he has to spend the life in Mumbai. It is very difficult. So the speed, when there is a speed and you cannot adjust with this is nothing but a state of coculus indicus. Now, this is one aspect of the coculus. The second aspect is, coculus is one of the remedies of stupidity. It is not mental retardation. If you read coculus in Materia Medica, it is a stupid type of behavior which is very characteristic of coculus. Therefore, coculus is also one of the remedies for grade 1, that is mild form of mental retardation. Although it has got some degree of cerebral palsy, it is chiefly a remedy of mild mental retardation. Once it goes for severe or profound, then coculus is no more indicated. So you must know this, how you will understand stupidity. Stupidity doesn't mean so much retardation. In stupidity you are not able to comprehend, not able to answer, you don't understand what exactly is the need of you and others. Comprehension is poor, cognition is very poor. This is what you see in stupidity. There is one more remedy which is very well known, that is phosphoric acid. You can explain this on the basis of indifference. Now there is a emotional numbness. Numbness, numbi is the chief character of phosphoric acid. I always say that phosphoric acid is at the other end of negativity or passivity in acid group of the remedies. You have the first one, if this is a string, and the first hydrocyanic acid, and the end phosphoric acid, and in between all the other acid group of the remedies, they have their own placements. Fluoric acid is in the first line because it is very active, because of fluorine, because of acid. So all acids have the theme, I want to struggle, because there is an inflammation always. Acid group of the remedies are characterized by itis, inflammation. What is inflammation? Fight. So these are the people who want to fight. Let us take for example acid nitricum. He is an individual who wants to fight. Always he is a fighter, he is a criminal. Acid nitric is a remedy of criminal group of the people in the society, antisocial people, terrorism people. They are mostly like acid nitricum. And what is the theme with acid nitricum, you see? Acid nitricum is also sympathetic for 3 marks. Why sympathetic acid nitric? Such a criminal man. What is this sympathy? To whom and why? These are the questions which we have to answer. So there are many mysterious points, mysterious components in our materia medica which need to be connected, and we have to explain the personality at large why it occurs like this. And this type of work is a major intellectual and logical work, not imaginary.